busy lately. I've had a little bit of time off between Christmas and New Year, and I hope everyone had a good Christmas and a good New Year. It was pretty quiet. Hope everyone stayed safe. The last video I made, which was about 2 months ago, I think. I have been quite busy, as I say. Finishing off some things at home. And I'll explain what I do at the end of the video. Just show you what I get up to when I'm not driving. You might have seen a sign back there. Looked a little bit different. This road might look a little bit different. Tonight I'm actually heading to South Australia. I've done a few Sydney trips. Stop this thing from bouncing so much so you won't get seasick. I'm heading over to South Australia. There's an extra trailer that actually has, they come from Sydney. It's Sydney Brisbane freight on it for South Australia. So just running this one over. As I say, I haven't had, I've had a few days off. Things got a little bit quiet for a little bit. The sun's just setting at the moment, so we're going to run out of light fairly soon. Now, I should have kept you up to date what was going on, but as I say, I got a little bit busy and I didn't really have a lot of spare time because I was catching up on some things. Now, changes in the transport business. Let's see what we've got. You can voluntarily use electronic logbooks now. There's 4 different brands that have been approved. You don't have to use them. We probably won't until they become mandatory, but I think that may be coming, I reckon, the next 12 months. But we'll see how that goes. Border crossings. New South Wales took theirs away, but now we're back to a Victorian one. Had a bit of an outbreak in New South Wales. So now we're back to a Victorian crossing, and there's also one going across to South Australia. They did take it away for a little while, but it's back again. So that's what's happening with our COVID-19. Have to get permits. I have to get tested once a week, which I have done. Everything's come back negative on that. There hasn't been too many cases. They did close down Sydney for a little while, but everything took off. But seem to be getting back under control. Now I'm just west of Ballarat at the moment. Been this road for quite a little bit, but I don't think it's changed too much since last time I've been over. Got a bit of a lake over this way, Lake Barron Beat, I think. Someone will be able to tell me that one. I think I got that right. Got quite a bit of water in it at the moment. I have seen it a bit drier than that. happening on my end, not too much at all. I've been doing a couple other little pickups here and there. Another one went quiet for a while. So I've been going one way with one customer, there have been borders, but then going to doing another job on the way back. I've done that for a couple of weeks. Probably seen a glimpse of that in the last video. Now the trucks on the highway seem to be getting longer. There's a big tripper running up and down between north of Tarcutta, which is Wagga, comes out of Wagga, and goes to Sydney that way. Got an extra hay trailer on it. I don't think it's going to be too long before we start seeing bigger, longer combinations of trailers. I think that's what the customers are going to want. And if that's what the customer wants, I'm sure that the transport companies are going to have to accommodate them to keep their contracts, I suppose, or keep the work going. There is a single trailer, and they're saying it's about 32 pallets. Single trailer, it's quad axle, twin steer. Now, I think it's Scania, Ogie Drive. Now, this trialling that out, it's called a Eurotech, something like that. I've seen it twice, never been close to it without looking at it. They reckon it's fairly long. Have read an article about it. So I don't think it's going to be too long on this road. You get road trains on this road. There is road trains actually heading out of Melbourne now, full size ones. Some of the refrigerator companies have got them, Don Watson's, Nolan's. See them occasionally. So they're starting to run now. There is a lot of waste companies that run them too, but I think their trains are a little bit shorter. So I think it's coming. So everyone coming into the business, just be prepared for that. Probably have to get on board with that. Bigger B double combinations will start coming as well. There's quite a few out here now, but that will be the norm. As I mentioned, they've got to accommodate what the customer wants. They probably want fewer trucks on the road. They won't pay any much extra, but they'll reduce the number of trucks on the road, the number of freight movements they have to do. So still plenty of work out here though, still a lot of people advertising. I know it's hard for anyone starting off to get into the business. I've actually got contacted, got a comment, someone's trying to get into container work. Can't think of your name offhand right now. Just be persistent, you know what you want to do. Rail containers could be another option as well. Try companies that go into the rail. Linfox is one of them, but I think I'd have 2 years experience with Linfox. But look around, once you've got that container experience, you probably ought to get a job anywhere. But just be persistent, and I think if you've just gone up to the heavy combination license from a rigid, you've probably driven a rigid before, so probably got a little bit of experience there, so they might put you on. You know, someone will be out there, someone will want somebody and give you a go. Just got to keep trying. Like every job, just keep trying, ask around, ago, I probably would have known someone in that sort of business, because I work with a young guy I used to do local. He went out and bought his own trucks, and I believe he's got about 5 now, and he would have been about 27, so he's probably under 30 now. Got 5 trucks doing containers. That was the last I heard. That was only about a year and a half ago. So caught up with someone else that told me about it. So there is money to be made, and sometimes it depends on who you know. So just be persistent and ask around. So I'll just make this a short video. I will start making some more. When you go into the up the same road doing the same things, it's a little bit harder. There's not much else that changes. It's sort of mundane sort of work, doing the same thing day after day after day, and there's not much changes on the transport side of things. As I mentioned, the electronic logbooks only come in on December the 1st of last year. That's the only real major change that's been made. They're looking at all the rules, regulations. It'll take a few months to do, if they make any changes. So that's just what's going on at the moment. Quite dark, I might just leave it here. I will be coming back probably early tomorrow through out of South Australia, because it's been extra. They may even send it home empty. Better do the right thing here. As you can see. Yeah, I'll just show you what I do when I'm not driving. Now I do make t-shirts. Now I've got a couple of businesses I do this for, including the one I'm working for. So that keeps me pretty busy. You might go a couple of weeks without anything, and then you might go 3 or 4 weeks where you're busy all week. I can only do it on weekends virtually, because of the I have to sleep during the day when I'm at home. So I'll just show you a few pictures here of what I've been doing. I've had a couple of requests for just odd things, but now and then I get quite a few I have to do. So that keeps me pretty busy on the weekends. Usually doing something. I actually had last weekend off, and I'll be doing a few more things this weekend. So that's the business that I've got on the side. Just makes a little bit of cash extra, although it probably costs you more than what you make. Time you work at hourly rate doing this sort of thing, it's probably fairly low. You're probably making about $10 an hour, but you know, just a little thing to get a little bit extra income, and usually put it back into a business. You don't really get money yourself, but you know, buy new equipment or something like that. But, so that's why I haven't been doing videos for a little while. Actually want to take the four-wheel drive out, go some of the easy four-wheel drive tracks, maybe do some videos on those as well. Some of the easy ones rather than the hard ones. You always see a lot of videos with hard four-wheel drive tracks and how they do it. I wouldn't mind just going out on weekends when I've got time just to do some easy ones. Maybe do some videos on it. That will probably be in the future when all this COVID's over and done with. It's hard to get out at the moment. So it's getting dark now, so I'll leave this here, and you stay safe out there. Any questions you have, I'll try and answer them. We'll try and get some more videos done. As I say, I don't do too much, so when you're doing the same thing, you're going to get bored with them. If you want to know something, I'll try and cover it. I know I've still got to do one on macking a V-double. It'll have to be a weekend. Just the fundamentals of how to do it. How I pretend to do it. Doesn't always work. Some days you get things like everything. Some days you'll get it. Next day you won't. It just depends on the day sometimes. Sometimes the easiest, where you got nothing around you and the easiest backing, you'll mess it up. If it's a little bit tight, hard to get round, you'll get it first time. And so just maybe concentrating more, maybe get a little bit cocky if there's nothing around and you think you can do it, but it messes up. But that's what happens. But I will try and endeavour to show that what you're supposed to do. What I've been taught, I've never done it the way I've actually got taught. I actually changed my ways on how I back, which I find it easy for me. You've all got different ways of doing things. And you all find your own ways, like every job you do, you always find an easier way, or a job that suits you better. Don't just do what everyone tells you. If you can find an easier way, by all means do it. There's no set rules. But it just happens over time. So, well, I've got a bit of a phone call, so I'll take this call, and I will talk to you very soon.